It's Week 14 of the National Football League. And coming up, we'll see Cole Kmet. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Bears and the Lions, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, their long winning streak finally came to an end last week. A disappointing game for them, but still a heck of a run.
Indeed it was. What a great job by them putting together a streak. Now let's see how they rebound after a defeat.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Well, the Lions offense getting ready to go to work here, and under center, a man whose career has been rejuvenated a bit as of late. And season number 8 now out of Cal, it's Jared Goff.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this Bears defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league. And
when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Bears very strong in that victory a week ago.
There's a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Red option is selected. D-spot. Gun plan. There are 9 categories. Throw it medium is. Throw it corners. Cross drag. Corners tops.
Here we go. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10. At the 39-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Throw it medium. Entering instant replay. Call to shall super stats coaching. Pop-up medical center is selected. Entering player name D. Pettis. Player name Ansul. Position MLG. Injury type bruised sternum. Injury length out for game. Injury length 2 weeks. Injury length placed on error. Injury type fractured hip. Position SS. Player name A. Colbert. Player name R. Green. Player name D. Pettis. Player name Ansul. Player name A. Colbert. Player name R. Green. Entering options. Coaching. Stats. Coaching. Pop-up menu. Medical center. Depth chart is selected. And slot 2. Slot. Player name J. Fields. AHB selected. Player name D. Foreman. Player name K. Herbert. Slot 3. Player name T. Edner. Player name K. Blasingami. Player name D. Foreman. Player name T. Edner. Player name D. Foreman. Slot 1. Player name K. Herbert. Player name K. Blasingami. Player name D. Foreman. Player name K. Blasingami. Slot 4. Slot 3. Player name D. Foreman. Player name T. Edner. Entering French. Entering play call. Throw it medium. You have 57 options. Gun plan. Player. There are 9 categories. Formation. There are 9 categories. Concept. Option. Run. Inside. Zones. AHD/FK and guard.
They still need about the length of the football here. Maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Entering play call. Zone split WK. AHB/FK and guard.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Herbert once more. All the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 on a first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Entering play call, inside zone, there are 11 categories, you have 35 options, HB zone WK is selected. Power. AHB power O. Power O. AHB power O.
Here we go. Now 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Herbert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him on their opening drive of the contest, and it's now 1st and goal. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they control things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll run here with Herbert. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the 1st quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Here we go.
And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Entering play call, power, concept, play type, error, screen, play action, pass, keep pass. Divide, there are 10 categories.
A bad time for a full start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal.
Here we go, son.
A shotgun snap, Fields. That's to Moore, he's got him. Touchdown Bears. A great effort there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Bears get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 9 categories, you have 15 options, that attempt is selected.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it concludes with a touchdown reception by DJ Moore.
Special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff, keep left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. You look at this Bears defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season. But if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's gone. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Goff and Williams hook it up there for a Lions first.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Well, that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Entering play call.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Off play action. Here's Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Oh, I like that play call there. After a run for good yards, you get a defense thinking they'll go back to the well. So that's a great time to call play action and give your receivers a little extra edge. And they complete the pass there for another first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. Jones has it. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Short pass here taken in by Laporta. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left leg is selected.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
There are 9 categories. Play action pass, kick pass, medium pass, quick pass, option, run. Inside zone split WK, AHD/zone split WK.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worried about, what organizations worried about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
On first down, right back to Herbert. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll go again with Herbert. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. The Bears at 11-1 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Here's Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28. That one goes for 24 yards.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Entering play call, divide, there are 10 categories. Concept, medium, quick, option, run. Inside, power. AHD power O.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. A handoff for Herbert to about the 26 here. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the Bears getting the road victory, so they'll look now to take the season series here at Soldier Field. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. This is Herbert. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
Partner, they're strong running plays, and then their plays were simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Herbert, fighting him off. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Next receivers will spread the defense out. They were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 3, 2nd and a yard. Now Herbert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play. Getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Run. Inside, power. AHD power O.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run with Herbert. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Spacing. 24 zone open.
Seven, our score after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession.
Entering play call.
As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2.
24 zone open. Plan, there are 9. Player, there are 9. Formation. Concept, there are 9 category. Player, Chrysalog. Formation, there. Concept, there are 9 goal line. Gun, weak. I form. A, curls. HB stretch.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
From his goal line here, Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Typically, we think of the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Gone. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff key play is selected.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And
they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things. And, you know, in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Now Goff on first down. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Suggestions. There are 7 categories. Entering op, quick, resume, instant replay, call timeout, challenge, super stats, coaching, pop-up, medical center is selected. Entering in player name Ansul, player name J Carter, position LG, injury type bruised sternum, injury length out for game, injury length out for game, position MLG, position LG, player name J Carter. QB selected. You have entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Counter play. Here's Gibbs. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be second and 10.
Entering
the running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Entering play call.
Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on third. Goff. Going deep for Montgomery. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a really hard backup. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On fourth down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Chris Love. Spacing. Pa-X post-cross. Spacing.
Here we go, son.
2nd and 9. Fields. He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
High exposed cross is selected. Player, there are 9 categories. Formation, there are 9 categories. Concept, screen pass, run. Insides, power. PhD power O.
Here comes third and about a foot. They'll run. It's Herbert. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Here we go.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the second quarter.
Inside zone. Zone split WK, AHB/FK and ARV.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Entering play call, inside zone, there are 11 categories. You have 35 options. HD zone WK is selected.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Up the middle they go. Herbert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Entering play
not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Herbert. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game. And I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
PhD power O.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Up the middle they go. Herbert. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Action, keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51
selected.
yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Ready?
Out of the gun, Fields. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
There are 10 categories. Concept, medium, quick pass, option, run. Inside zone split double, AHP/FK and R.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Herbert. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 146 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Herbert will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff, key play selected.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 23. This out quickly to Williams. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd down and 9. Here's Goff. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. You see the numbers, all those carries. If you get that many carries in the drive, you better finish it with a touchdown. And he did.
Yeah, and deservedly so, right? Because we've seen times like the Carolina Panthers, sometimes Jonathan Stewart to carry the ball all the way down, and then Cam, he's such a great goal line runner, he'll carry it in. But in this case, though, that didn't happen. The fellow lugging the load, he's the one who got to reap the reward.
Yeah, there was no touchdown vulture here.
Right.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Pogboot slide. Pogboot. Pass print HP flat.
Here we go,
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Go.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. That'll be caught by Foreman. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
They had a great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Coach suggestions. On plan. There are 9. Player. There are 9. Formation. Concept. Medium pass. Quick pass. Option. Run. Screen pass. Play action pass. Keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3
Matt
options.
Eberflus is going to take a risk here on 4th down. He is going to go for it.
Here we go. Right.
From the gun, here's Fields. And to find the open man. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
There are 9 medium pass. Run. Inside zone. Power. KHP power O.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a give to Herbert. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Holding offense.
Entering
Yeah,
play
so they get that one,
call.
Charles, on the
There are
right
11
tackle.
Oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Entering play call. AHP Power O.
Here we go, son. Sit high. Sit high.
On first down, Herbert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. Well, they...
Entering. Resume. Stat. Coaching. Pop-up. Medical center is selected. Entering. Injury. Player name Ansul. Player name J. Carter. Position LG. Injury type bruised sternum. Injury type bruised. Position. Player name Ansul. Player name D. Pettis. Player name D. Wright. Player name R. Green. Player name A. Colbert. Player name D. Wright. Position RT. Injury type knee. Injury length TBD. You entering
Take a look
French.
at him. We will step aside for just a moment.
Inside zone. Zone split. AHB/FK and guard.
Here we go, son. Sit high. Sit high.
Second down, they go back to Herbert. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Power. AHB Power O.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Herbert once more. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Entering play call. Coach suggests. Gun plan. There are player. There are 9. Formation. There are cons. Play action. Keep pass. Medium. Keep pass. Divide. There are 10 categories.
So
You have
4th
3
and
options.
15,
See
but the
divide
offense is
selected.
staying out there to go for it. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man, he finds Komet. Touchdown, Chicago. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that
Entering
portion of the
play
field.
call.
But they
Coach
found a gap and they
suggestions. There are
exploited
9
it.
categories. You have 15 options. Add again to select.
Santos now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was all capped off by Cole Komet with a touchdown catch.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff kickoff is selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over.
Entering play call.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And this will leave him a yard short.
Entering
nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
7 categories.
Here's Goff now on second down. The left side completion to Jones.
Entering play call.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
There are 7 categories.
On first down, Goff. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Jalen Carter in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And it's the Buccaneers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. The Buccaneers trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. Zay Jones, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Lastly, let's head to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati to see what's happening with the Bengals. And that one, all tied. The Bears were given a solid first half by their quarterback, Justin Fields. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. These 2 teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field and Brandon Godden.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that number 1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that number 1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Entering play call.
And he continues to pop.
Enter, up, quick, resume, in, step, coaching. Pop-up, medical center is selected. Entering, player name Ansuel, player name J. Carter, player name D. Pettis, player name D. Wright. Position, injury type knee cartilage T, injury length TBG. Entering
that puts him over above 50 now, and this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
/FK and guard.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Tonight.
They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert. And some room to work. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic, a lot of fun to watch.
You have 15 options, add them to selected.
Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Entering play call.
That drive started on their own 25, 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. And that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Second down and 4. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Punt plan. There are 7 categories. Defend, medium, pass, cover 4 quarters.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taking it about the 16. And some strong running. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bears take over.
We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive.
He is north of 200 yards. Anytime that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or two.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23.
Now Herbert to start the drive.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Zone split WKHD/FK and yard.
From the 25, here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Herbert, and he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, Herbert.
That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here comes the Bears punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
The margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6.
Back to throw, Goff. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
3rd and 2. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. That is caught. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Another run for Gibbs here.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Goff.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Holding. Offense.
Entering
That's
play
on
call,
the tackle,
coach
Panay
suggestions.
Sewell.
There
Still
are
3rd
7
down.
categories.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken around the 12. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Bears now ready to take over again. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 21. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
You use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll go again with Herbert. Fights him off. Stops shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves it with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. A handoff for Herbert. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Entering play call inside zone. There are 11 categories. Zone split, AHP/FK and R.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now Herbert. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. He was brought down by big Levi Onwuzurike. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. This is Herbert. Yeah, he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Fields. Open man is Mingo. He's got it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
10 categories. Entering, quick, inst, call, challenge, play, select, call to now, challenge, super, stat, coaching. Pop-up medical center is selected. Enter, player name Ansuel, player name J. Carter. Player name D. Pettis, player name D. Wright. Player name R. Green. Player name N. Davis. Player name A. Colbert. Player name, position, injury type abdominal tear, injury length TBG. You have, entering franchise screen, you have 9 options, coaching is selected. Keep attack. Seam divide.
Here we go, son.
Now a first down throw, Fields. That's to Moore, he's got it. Touchdown Bears. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff keep left is selected.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Entering play call.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, here's Goff.
This to Laporta, right side.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Entering play call.
It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And his throw here's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Entering play call.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So nothing doing there. And it's 2nd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now Goff. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let him fly, but he falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. This is taken at the 10. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory.
Set to divide free play action pass, deep pass, medium pass, quick pass, option, run. Inside zone split, AHD/FK and R.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
WK. AHD zone WK.
3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Go.
They'll run here with Herbert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter, in the zone, the ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times and 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Entering play call. Divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3 options.
Tough spot here. 3rd down and 11. Back to throw. Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play, they got
got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game. And they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
They'll run. It's Herbert. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Here's Herbert. Had a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here we go.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On 3rd down, Herbert, no gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, fake punt W, punt.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 45-yard punt for there on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
You see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Montgomery hauling in the slant pass. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Entering play
it's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but They can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, Goff. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd and 10.
Goff now looking to throw.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 9 yards that time.
They're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now Goff on 1st down. Wright's got it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Entering play
so the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Going up the gut, Montgomery fights off the defender.
And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as strong running gets them to the 9-yard line.
Entering play call,
sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
They'll run with Gibbs.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Goff.
Oh, this will be incomplete.
The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta from 4 yards out. And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early,
Entering
presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Patterson now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Return left leg is selected.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
35 plays, we have 7 options. Option, run. Zone split WKHD/FK and guard.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
There you go. Oh, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. All right.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
Entering zone split WK. Concept, screen pass, play action, deep pass, divide. There are 10 categories. You have 3
this
options.
Offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Go.
Out of the gun, Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he fields it cleanly. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here come the Lions now. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. To throw is Goff. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Gone. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Goff. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's going to be incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down for the Bears. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 1st down, right back to Herbert. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a 2nd and 6. Herbert once more. A little juke. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
Well, they won't bump that to his resume reel, but that might be one of the best 1-yard runs I've seen.
Categories who have 8 options, 26 HP power O. Inside zone. Zone split WK.
Here we go.
Here's 3rd and 6. Herbert powering up the middle. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Post corner up. Field goal 41 yards.
So Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestion, 4 verticals.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert, and the Lions will take over. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll get this to the 32.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out.
And
they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Goff. Man open, here is Jones.
Entering play call,
and he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
On 1st down, Goff. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To the air again. Goff. That is caught. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
There are 7 categories.
From the red zone now, Goff. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jalen Carter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
He's NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Goff. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, and even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Goff now looks to throw. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Chicago, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Lions, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3-10 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.